What's up? 253 recap, man. Uh, it wasn't the best card. You had some good fights here and there. Uh, Definitely the main card of the last three fights of the night were definitely great fights, man. Adesanya again, 20-0 now. Uh, I figured this would be a better fight for him than the Romero fight. After the Romero fight, I talked about it. Um, but Costa, he came out. He obviously came out different. He wanted to make Izzy guess more. I reckon why he stood back and used fakes more. But like, it would have been better for him to come out in his usual style, probably with a tighter shell. Like defensively, just work on a tight shell, high guard, and yeah, swing. And look to swing. But I don't think that was the best game plan for him against Adesanya. But still, Adesanya used uh he used what he was what I saw, how I saw that fight going. I mean, yeah, he just relied on his footwork. He worked the fakes, and something I didn't see was using leg kicks. Like working, those worked well for him. Those calf kicks, and he was able to back Costa up, a couple of times, which was, I didn't see Costa going to do too well if he was getting backed up. And good win for Izzy. And he might be the next dominant champion of middleweight, but we won't know till then. Co-main light heavyweight Reyes Blahovic. I think that's how you say his name. I said it a different way in the last video, but Jan, like, that was awesome. I didn't see that happening that way. Reyes was patient in that first round. They were both kind of patient, but it's like Jan he's like a guy of steel. Like he's like made of steel in a way. It's like you could see if you watch his fights, like when he's kicking guys and when he's hitting them, it's like that is he's really hurting these dudes. And like the fact you could see his footprint on Reyes in the first round from that body kick, it's like, jeez, man. The new light heavyweight champion, he earned it, and that was a great performance. Great victory by Jan Blachowicz. Brandon Royval, I remember when I was watching that fight, I remembered him. Like, I couldn't remember him up until I was watching that fight when he was landing those knees constantly on Kai Kara France. I remember he fought recently. He had to have fought recently on a fight night for the UFC. And I remember the dude was just landing knees like nonstop, just spamming knees. Every time the dude brought his chin down, boom, he's getting clipped by knees. So, yeah, that dude's very dangerous at flyweight, especially being as long as he is. That jab is going to be a problem for any flyweight. I mean, he's tall and long for the division. I think that's about as tall as you get and be super effective at flyweight. Cutting weight. Great performance by him. Uh, And then there were some good fights in the co-main. Uh, Brad Riddle, he cleared. That obviously that was a. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It should be legal to have replays, even though if they'd have watched a replay, I don't know. If they were able to watch a replay first thing and then tell the ref, okay, this is what happened, and then continue a fight. If the ref had stopped it, like in that situation when he landed the left hook, and the ref took Alex's word for it, because as far as he knew, you don't expect knuckles to hit you in the eye, especially in MMA. What you expect, if you get hit in the eye, what you expect hitting you in the eye is the finger. When hands come to your face, you don't expect it being knuckles. So as far as he knew, it was a finger. So from Alex's perspective, it was understandable. The ref, if the ref was able to watch replay or was told, okay, this is what happened in the replay, like we watched it right away, or someone watched it right away and is able to get the message to the ref, then the ref can be like, okay, fight's on, So, as far as that ref is concerned, he thought he did the right thing. As far as he saw, as far as he saw, he's going on usual instinct. That's not something from. If he had a better vantage point, he would have been able to tell. But at the end of the day, Brad Riddle won that fight, and it was a great fight. That one, it was a good fight, very good fight. The last round was, Sanchez Matthews. Sanchez, if I believed that I could sway Sanchez into retiring, I would tell him to retire. But nobody can tell him to retire, especially except him, and he's open to retirement, He definitely doesn't need to fight anymore. Not at this level. In general, I don't think he should fight anymore in MMA. Like, as far as competitive combat sports, I could see him doing grappling. I don't have any problem with that. I wouldn't have any, apparently he's real into fitness and stuff, so, why not get on that, I don't see, all I see is he's just taking years off of his life, continuing to fight. He doesn't need to do it, so. Shane Young, I'll call him Klein. I can't pronounce his first name. That was a good performance. Great performance. First round knockout, minute 16 seconds in. I want to see this dude fight again. He could fight more. I hope he fights, in November or something, if there's nothing set up. And I'm pretty sure, there really isn't anything set up, but that was a great finish. And then William Knight versus Kamer. Dude, William Knight is he's so powerful, so strong, and creative, but like his creativity. Well, first of all, he listens to his corner real well. He's a good listener. So it seems like he's definitely teachable, coachable. Clearly he has fundamental. He's unrefined. He doesn't have very strong fundamentals. But if this dude gets strong fundamentals, he could be a problem at 205 for the most part. I don't think he'd be able to cut to make. I would rather see him do 185, but I think looking at the size of him, I think that's a hard cut. I think that dude's You know, I think it's a hard cut for 185 unless he, leans out, as far as I could tell. But improving his fundamentals on his whole game, he's a very dangerous guy for anybody at 205. Uh, yeah, I just talked. Those are the fights I really like the most off of that card. And let me know what you think in the comments below. What's next for Izzy? What's next for Jan? You know, what's next for any of these guys I talked about or any of the fighters on the card? And if you like the video, hit that like. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time.